All right, so we're just going to get directly into it. So the first one has to do with Predator. Said on Friday, March 15, 2024, Mr. Shunk will be released from the Northwest State Correctional Facility and will be supervised by Burlington Probation and Parole. Mr. Shunk was convicted in a 2019 aggravated essay of an 18-year-old female. Mr. Shunk was already a convicted offender stemming from a 2003 conviction of SA when he engaged in a relationship with a 12-year-old female when he was 18, when he was 18 years old. Currently, Mr. Shunk has plans to take up residency in South Burlington Hotel. Officials with the Vermont Department of Corrections indicate compare to other incarcerated offenders that Mr. Shunk's risk of SA, right, revisiting that, is in the moderate to the high risk category based on his interest and offending history. If he were to offend or reoffend, his victims would more than likely be adult females that are known to him. If you or anyone that you know of have been a victim of SA, there is a support available, even if the assault did not happen recently. There are resources to help you decide what is best for you, including free medical treatment, advocacy, and support. You do not have to go through this alone. There is a whole community ready to support you. For more information, call the statewide confidential hotline at 800-489-7273 or see the website for the VT Network Against SNDV Crimes. Yo, what is up, Hack? What is up? So the next one we're going to go directly into is this one here, right? We got a teacher out of Detroit who stated that she lost her job because of her rap career. She said, recently, I was forced to leave my position due to me being a rapper. A single parent's disapproval led to my dismissal. The parent wished to stay anonymous after contacting my job for months. I've been dealing with this since I've dropped Drippin' 101 5 months later, meetings after, right? So the caption says Detroit teacher gets fired for being a rapper, walks out and shoots Dripping 101 video with her students. So we're going to take a look at that video real quick.
Going crazy like the 80s. Motown baby going crazy like the
Motown baby going crazy like the 80s. Motown baby going crazy like the 80s. Motown baby going crazy like the 80s. I put it on the floor and I dare a bitch to take it. Niggas running around the city. Owe me money, shit is silly. Buy my money just like 50 hoes. Mad I got the power and the juice now. Been talking shit, I'm from the 48219. This nigga texting me, but I ain't never got the time. He asked him how I'm doing, bitch, I'm always on the grind. I'm just getting started if a nigga think I'm lying. The money's where my mind at. Got that raw honey, you can find me with a hive at. Real, recognize real, who the fuck is y'all? Get that nigga play and I watch him drop the ball. Niggas wanna blame me, how the fuck you fall? If my back against the wall, run it up till I can't no more. I ain't no hoe, I'm bout the dough. Switching seats in the foe, but my eyes low. Get everything I touch though. Hey, I get everything I touch though. Motown baby going crazy like the 80s. 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 If a nigga think it's sweet, come and taste it if you got chase. Bitch, I'm tasting take all foreigns. Bitch, give me your EBT. 75 North, bitch, to the 313. These hoes mad cause they HOE. These niggas stay on me. I'm in the A, headed back to the DTE. I'm big drip, hoes CC me. On another level that they really can't believe. Carrying these bitches cause I'm TTG. It's FOE, I should call this bitch just like me. Get money, that's a TIP. I run it up like, yeah, we go see. Bitch, I really got motion. I put a nigga on. Bitch's chest, now check this. Watching every move, bitch, I'm the queen.
All right, so we were able to hear a little bit of video, quite a bit of the video, and if anybody got any thoughts, I will, you guys can clearly state that. So we're going to go to the next part of this because she later replied, right? She said later on, meetings after meetings defending my involvement in the music industry. I was asked to erase all of my content. That's when I knew I have to bet on myself because nobody will if I don't. What troubles me most about the situation is the lack of consideration for the impact and influence. I've had my students' lives. My outside life should not be grounds for termination when it does not interfere with my ability to fulfill my responsibilities as a teacher. My education, Professionalism and passion for education have always been unwavering, regardless of any personal pursuits I may have. It is worth noting that when I was hired as a teacher, my involvement in the music industry as a rapper did not hinder my candidacy. I was judged based on my qualifications, experience, and potential to positively impact the lives of my students. Yet now, my commitment and contributions seem to be overshadowed by arbitrary judgments about my personal life. I've been teaching for several years. For 7 years, I've had over 200 signatures, parents and students who want to support me, my students. This is not about my placement. I'm really in my community, doing everything for everybody. I go to every game, I pick up and drop off, buy food, clothes, shelter, free tutoring, girls clubs, and so much more. Video dropping at midnight. Come support me and my babies for lives. Brown got y'all forever. So again, I would love to know what people specifically think. I want to know how people feel about a teacher that is also a rapper. I will sit up there and say this though. Uh, Going back to the clip, right? The students are there. You know, she got some students there. She got some students that, you know, support her. They obviously love the teacher, right? She out there, you know, making music and she's also teaching them, you know, at the same time. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it's, you know, like I said before, hey, she betting on herself. Um, she is an educated woman. She is a teacher. She was doing her job, you know, every single day. Nowhere in there did it state that she was fired because she was not doing her job. It was due to the effect of a woman who wanted to stay anonymous, and she wanted to continuously report this woman for months on end. And I'm going to put it like this. I've said a variety of things before. And the main thing I want to sit up there and state is this: the moment in time that you got students that actually support a teacher, you may want to actually keep that teacher. Because at this moment in time, there's not a lot of teachers out here that students can actually say, like, yo, that's my, you know, that's my favorite teacher. That teacher is actually there. And what, like, you got some teachers that actually care. Right now, again, you know, her being a rapper, you know, is gonna touch people the wrong way, but the kids are supportive. I will also sit up there and say this: have they checked the attendance record when it deals with her class? You know, the students there. Have they actually had conversations? You know, with the students. You know, what the academics, what the grades looking like, right? So I'm going to sit up there and say that this may be a little bit far of a stretch, and then to go on the whole other end of them telling her that she needs to like delete, you know, all of her whatnot off of her social media. That's far reaching. That's a bit crazy. Again, we're not dealing with somebody that's doing OF. This woman, she raps, right? However, again, however people feel about it is how they feel about it. At the end of the day, she is actually teaching though. She is there every single day. Even looking through what it is that she wrote, it seems as though she really does actually care about her job. Again, it's the fact that you got some women out here that was like, nah, nah, nah. We about to pack you up. We about to, you know, get you directly up out of here. And that's it. So what's going to happen is this: you're going to have another person that's going to come up in there that's going to teach those kids, but they're not going to be the right person, nor are they actually going to give a damn about any of those kids. All I'm going to sit up there and say about this is she could very easily be one of the women that legitimately actually gave a damn about those kids. And no, this is a teacher that's in Detroit. So I came from DPS. I went to, you know, Detroit schools at a point in time. And I had a teacher there. Shout out to Mr. Johnson. I'll never forget the day that he got frustrated and told us this in class, that he was looking at us and people were sitting up there talking. I'm in the back of the class staying quiet. But he was like, yo, y'all keep, you know, running y'all mouth. Y'all don't want to take nothing serious. Yeah, y'all gonna be the ones sitting up there. The only job that y'all gonna have is just working at McDonald's. That's it. Rest of your lives. Like the dude, he was sitting up there going in. And again, I understand the frustrations of teachers, but to, you know, try to act as though like you're gonna forecast the lives and that you're just going to be this successful teacher, yeah, this ain't the job for you. This is not that's not the first teacher I ever had basically tell students that either. So, again, you got a lot of people that's not built for teaching. I've dealt with some of those teachers and they were black. I've dealt with some of those teachers saying some crazy stuff to black students. And I can sit up there and promise you a lot of those kids would not be talking about Mr. Johnson was their favorite teacher because of the mouth that he got and how it was that he decided to talk to us. And this was back like middle school. What was this like? Was this about like the seventh, eighth grade, somewhere up in there? So it's like, yeah. And I remember that, like, out of every single teacher that I can tell you about, the ones that decided to say some sideways type stuff to the students, I remember them clear as a bell. I can remember their face and everything that they were wearing because they decided to sit up there and say some disparaging negative comments directly to children. So, like I said, I'm just looking at it as this woman, again, people may disagree with her being a rapper, but at the end of the day, she did the work that was necessary in order for her to get whatever degree or whatever that she needed to become a teacher so that she could teach the kids. And potentially, what if by way of her being a rapper, that could be a way for her to really get the kids' attention, for them to actually be in class, to want to actually be there, to get more involved in the education because they're like, yo, that's Miss Such and Such. Like, yo, I saw her video. It's like, yo, do you like people don't actually like understand how many kids would actually want to be around a teacher that's like a rapper. Like people, like kids will be fighting to literally get into that class. Right, because that's them actually being close to somebody that's technically like a celebrity to them, right? Like, but it's it's whatever. I just hope that the woman or the women that reported this teacher that didn't want her to teach no more, I hope that they got the teaching degrees or the education necessary to step directly into that class and to teach other people's kids. But chances are very greatly that they don't. And that's the problem. A lot of people feel like they want to end the situation, but they don't have a solution after they already ended that situation. So all of that woman or those women that decided to get her directly up out of that teaching position, let's see how many of them got teaching degrees. Let's see how many of them went to college in order to teach kids. Let's see how many of them are going to apply for that job. They won't. So now you're going to have a vacancy. So now you're going to have kids that were once interested in going to school or being in this class. Now they're going to be out there for truancy. Now they're just going to be skipping class and doing all this other. Like I said, hey, there's no way realistically to help black people. That's the best way I can tell people. Black people think that they know what's best. They think that they got the solution or the way to end the situation every single time, but they don't got a way to sit up there and progressively continue the situation for the better. So shout out to the black woman that got her up out of there. Shout out to y'all. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. So let's see how your kids are going to sit up there and suffer, some years from now. Let's see how that works out. Let's see how their grades looking. Right? I don't know. Like I said, it's just me. Like I said, and normally I normally when it comes to videos like this, you guys have always heard me have my opinions on a variety of things. And I'm playing the video again to showcase the fact that the kids are with the teacher. They're sitting up there having fun. Right now, yeah, the lyrics, they could be touched up to be a little bit something different. No cursing and other type of stuff directly in there. But the kids are around the teacher. I don't see nobody in the video flashing guns though. How about that one? So we could potentially talk about the lyrics. I see a lot of young black men there, young black boys there. I don't see nobody flashing a gun. I don't see nobody waving a red dot. I don't see nobody talking about the ops and I'm about to sit up there and mop them up. I'm about to sweep the streets. I'm about to blow this. I'm about to air this. I don't see none of that happening. I see them sitting up there dapping up, just having fun, beating to the music. That's the type of stuff that I would like to see continuously. I would rather not sit up there and see young black dudes out here waving guns in crowds, everybody with their shirts off, everybody sitting up there sagging, Everybody talking about how they going to kill another person that looks just like them and da and all this. I'm at, like I said, and I told people before, I'm just at the point, I'm just going to try to take wins wherever I can get them. That's all I'm going to try to do at this moment in time, because you get to a point where you just tired of talking about certain stuff because people ain't really listening, and then people get so used to you saying like one thing that they don't pay attention to all the other stuff that you said. So I'm like, no problem. Like I said, it is what it is. Hopefully, hopefully the people in Detroit will be able to figure that out. Hopefully. And like I said, for this teacher, I wish her, all the success. It sucks that you ended up having to lose your, and the funny part is I've talked about a variety of other instances where somebody has done far worse, where you actually had somebody doing OF and they were a teacher. And then the students found out that the teacher does that. Or somehow, some way you had some women or staff members found out that the teacher does OF. And I'm like, how did y'all find this out? How did y'all even know about this? Now, stuff like that, I can understand. I can understand how people would, try to imagine the impact, and they would say that would be a negative. I could see that. I could see how that can travel a lot of ways. But this one, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to find the look at the positive. That's it. Because like I said before, the amount of people that may disagree with this teacher, I promise you they're not going to step up to be a teacher. A lot of people don't even want to spend time around their own kids. Let me just be real for a minute. In the Black community, a lot of parents don't even like spending time with their own kids. And I've known people that have literally worked in childcare, and they've stated how parents will literally leave. Now, normally for a small child, you're supposed to, childcare, you maybe, leave your child there from, like, let's say from 8 to 12. You got parents leaving their kids there for a full 8 hours. And these parents don't be having no jobs. They don't do nothing productive in life, but they know how to be productive in smoking weed and doing all types of nonsensical stuff and going out there and getting some D appointments. Like I said before, you got a lot of people out here that are parents that should not be parents. You got a lot of people out here that's procreating that shouldn't be procreating. You got a lot of people that want to complain about teachers, but won't sit up there and sit in a classroom, get an education in order to teach those kids. We talk about the school system so often in the Black community, but you don't have fields of Black parents wanting to sit up there and homeschool their parents, but they want to continue to sit up there and talk about the problems in a public school system. The solution: parents become the teachers. Start working at the schools. I did a video not too long ago where Black fathers, because people act like Black men don't exist and Black men don't protect the community and Black men don't do this and Black men do that. I made a video not too long ago where Black fathers, a collective sum of about close to 10 fathers, work in the school. They monitor the hallways. They are a solution to a problem, because the school was like, hey, we might have to start putting police and all this other type of stuff because the kids are just doing nothing but fighting. You know what the fathers did? They was like, you know what? We're going to put a stop to that real quick. And they went to the school and they started patrolling the hallways. You see how a solution like that worked? And they said because that took place, the cut down on the percentages of students fighting was in like the 80 percentile, 80 plus percentile. Because those men decided to step in, so they didn't have to bring in the police. They didn't have to sit up there and have all of that extra type of stuff, which could be detrimental to the kids there. They didn't have to do that. Those are parents actually bringing forth a solution to a problem. But like I said before, dealing with this teacher here, how many of the women that complain are actually going to go up there and take her place and teach at that school? They won't. How many of them are going to sign up to be a substitute teacher? They won't. How many of them are going to try to find a teacher that's going to fit that role that's not a rapper? They won't. They're not going to do none of that. Like I said, you got a lot of useless human beings out here that just want to complain just for the sake of complaining. And then after the problem is gone, they move on and find something else to complain about. But like I said before, and I'm going to reiterate again, a lot of adults don't care about the kids. If the mother actually, or the mothers, cared about the actual students, they would have came at this vastly differently. They would have actually had a conversation with this black woman as women. They would have came to her and had a conversation. You wouldn't have went to the school board. Oh, we're about to sit up there and report you. We're about to get you up out of here. It sounds like a lot of jealousy to me. It sounds like some people are pretty mad to me. It sounds like some people mad that somebody's getting some attention that they not getting to me. That's crazy. So shout out to those out there in the black community that decide to, they want to sit up there and report and get teachers up out of here, but they don't got a solution to make sure that a proper teacher, quote unquote, will, be suitable and fit that role. So like I said, it is what it is. I done did, y'all done seen the videos I done did about teachers. So she might have been about the ones that actually did care. So let's say that a new teacher comes in there and she's not about rapping, but she's about sitting up there talking to your sons in a whole different manner. Now what? How quick you going to be to get her up out of there? Like I said, people don't even understand. People don't even understand. Like I said, it's crazy out here. It is 1,000% crazy. 1,000% crazy. Like I said, the positive that I see in here, I see like the young black dudes in here. Ain't nobody waving no type of gun. They just having fun. That's it. Versus all the other rap videos that I've seen, this is realistically the most positive one that I've seen in a very long time. I'm just saying, like I said, I'm just trying to take a win wherever I can sit up there and happen to find one. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do at this point. Like I said, you get tired. You get real tired because people don't want to listen. So now we're going to go to the whole other extent, which is this right here, which is They Be Lying. I'm not sure if people might know where this picture is specifically from, but it's going to make more sense after I just so happen to play this video. Now, let me get to this video and watch what takes place. Just listen.
They are grabbing us immediately.
So let me read that to y'all, right? So she just stated, I'm going to pause it when the words come up, right? So she said that the security were grabbing her immediately, right? So in the post, they said, over the past weekend, there was a viral social media post about an alleged incident in Hubbard Inn, right? Let me go back to that. Wait for it to flash again. The video went viral on TikTok, receiving thousands of views, shared, and comments, resulting in damages to the business, staff, and reputation. You will see the video post allegations alongside real surveillance footage of the alleged incident.
So they are grabbing us immediately. They don't even give us a chance to walk out.
So, right, she said that they were really grabbing her by force, and they were basically dragging her out. So this is the security footage, right? So you see the security guard. You can clearly see on the back of his hoodie, it says security, right? And you see them walking. That's her right there behind the security guard. So remember, she said that she was being grabbed, right? Like just like a small child, right? She was just really getting manhandled. But when you look at the security footage, ma'am, you're walking directly behind the security. Who was touching you? Are we dealing with poltergeists? Are we dealing with ghosts? Extraterrestrials from another dimension? Who was specifically touching you in this instance? Right?
I'm immediately grabbed by this man, and he's grabbing my arm. He's pushing me. He's manhandling me. And what is going on? What is the issue here? Why are you guys taking this out? Why are you screaming at us? And also, why are you grabbing me and manhandling me and dragging me, using my bag to pull me?
So she I want y'all to understand how she's really trying to sell this. And this is why I told a lot of people before, the few are going to mess it up for the many. So you have this woman on TikTok deciding that she got thrown out of a hotel, but she wants to try to inflate the story to some Me Too movement, time is up type of deal, where she's like, yeah, these security guards, they were just these big, towering, Herculean guys, and I was just this damsel in distress, and they were massively stronger than me, and they were just dragging me, pulling me by my purse, caveman style, snatching me by my hair and dragging me through the hotel, down the stairs. And we can clearly see that nobody is touching her. We can clearly see nobody's touching her. Like, this is crazy. And it says, below is the footage of Miss Real safely being escorted from the bathroom hallway to the exit stairs. Right? And she still followed behind the security. Look at that. Side by side. What are you talking about?
I'm just pushed down and sends me flying down the circus. Hysterical at this point. I think I start to kind of yell, scream back at him, kind of push back at him, and she takes me a second time and shoves me again and sends me flying down the rest of the staircase.
So in the footage that you're going to see below, we just heard her stating that, oh yeah, after they turned that corner, he just pushed her. He did a Superman push and just lobbed her down the stairs. Right? So let's just watch this real quick, right? Pay very close attention to the stairs. Let's see if she just tumbles down that stairs. She catches like a black eye, bruised elbow, kneecaps, fractured back, broken hip. Let's see if anything like that happens. Interesting. I see two women being escorted and being told to go in a whole direction towards the door. And he's using a flashlight. He said she was politely escorted off the premises. Look at the stairs. I don't see nobody getting pushed.
It was the craziest experience I've ever been in. It was completely and utterly ridiculous how much it escalated.
Really? It escalated? Security never even touched you. Security literally never touched this woman. They later stated that since the post, the business and its staff have been receiving considerable negative reviews and messages, including messages of violence and peril. Hubbard Inn is a small business of over 12 years serving patrons in Chicago. Color me surprised. Color me surprised that this woman decided to get directly online and she wanted to tell this great lie. Great lie. Like, she was crying without any type of tears. Like, it's crazy. And she's like, yeah, I can't believe it escalated, where the bruises, ma'am? You got a nice size forehead. A couple of stairs would have caught that by now. What happened? What happened? Why don't we see any bruises? Why aren't you sitting up there showing us any scuffs? Why aren't you showing us any thumbprints, any pulled hair? Why are you not showing us any of this? But yet this man put hands on you, though. He really roughed you up. He really pushed you down the stairs. And I want to explain to a lot of women out there, this is why a lot of guys always step back whenever a woman gives, their side of a story. A lot of guys are like, okay, we'll see. We'll wait. You literally saw the footage. As she was talking, you saw the security footage. It didn't match up. But she's able to get away and be on social media, like a lot of women out here, and tell these lies, ruining businesses, ruining representations of people's names and everything like that. That's crazy to me. But nobody's holding her accountable, though. Everybody trying to go in online on a security guard and say what a devious person and giving death threats. But nobody's trying to hold this woman accountable for the lies that she just told. And we saw all the footage not matching up. Security cam footage, by the way. Not footage from her iPhone that she was trying to film in a certain type of way by pushing her body and acting like something was happening and it wasn't. Nah, security footage. Wow. Like I said, I want to see a lot of those guys that really be pushing for women on TikTok. I would love to see if a lot of those dudes decided to take up this story and try to champion for this woman. I would love to see it. I hope they did. I hope they did, like some of the other ones directly out there. I hope they did. Because, dear God, like I said, and to any woman out there, if you got any sons out there, my condolences. Godspeed, because there is no God for them. Because if this woman is able to go on social media and tell a blatant, bold ass lie like this, knowing the fact that this hotel has security camera footage, what do you think that they are going to sit up there and do to your sons? And I'm just talking about women in general. I'm not putting a creed, race, religion. I'm talking about women in general. Because I done gone over videos of women of different races lying about a variety of different things. So I'm just sitting up there saying, again, to any woman out there that's raising sons, my condolences and Godspeed, because there is no God for them out here. Because nobody's going to hold them accountable. The only one that's going to be made accountable is your son. He'll be innocent as all get out, but he's going to be sitting up there serving time for a crime that he didn't commit. He's going to be sit up there and be receiving death threats for things that he didn't sit up there and do. He's going to have to incur violence for the lies that somebody else told about a situation that never existed. So good luck out there. Good luck. Good luck. So let's go to the next video that we got directly up here.
Hospital, y'all. Finna give birth to his child, and he over here questioning me, talking about, is this really his baby? Like, what are you talking about? Do you really think I'm sitting here have you up here at the hospital and everything with me just for nothing? Are you serious right now? What kind of baby dad does that right when we finna have this baby? Like, are you serious? You really gonna sit here and question baby talking about, oh, can you get DNA test? No, you're not getting no DNA test after this. I'm not doing that. This is your child. If you don't believe it's your child, then you could go ahead and go. I don't need you up here. Because all you're doing is stressing me out. Yeah, we are finna find out. And that's so weird for you to even be saying that, though. Why would you even say that? You don't never want to claim your kids. Why you never claiming your kids? Like, I don't be doing none of that cheating stuff or none of that. What are you doing? Bro, like, I'm sick of that. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro. Because I'm not getting no DNA test. So if he don't think it's his child, he just won't have a child. We don't really need you over here. He in here stressing me out. Like, look at me. I look a mess right now. And you over here doing all this extra stuff, stressing me out right now. Talking about you want DNA test. Okay. You gonna get a DNA test. You can really go ahead and go.
All right, so to a lot of women out there, if you raise a sons or got sons, you better advocate for them to always get a DNA test. I don't care who the woman is. Always advocate for them to get a DNA test, because the one main fact is a very much true. Women can lie very easily. And if you are a woman and you don't believe that, then I don't know what to sit up there and tell you. Because as an advocate for DNA tests, as somebody who has gone through this, I 1000% support any man that wants to get a DNA test. I don't care if the kid is 100% his, just for the simple fact of the reassurance and everything that it's like, yo, DNA, it says this on the paperwork. I know that this is mine. There's no inklings. There's no nothing. Because like I said before, I've been through this. And for a woman to sit up there and say that, oh, we don't need no, who is we? Who is we? Who is we? Let me explain it a little bit better. A woman knows who it is that she slept with. A guy doesn't. A guy cannot sit up there and pin a child directly on a woman for 18 years. Women can do that, though. Women have that ability and that luxury and have done it. There's men up here that are in the rears. It was one story I did that was out of Detroit. It was a man that was in the rears for about 40 grand for a child that wasn't even his. It even got to the point where the woman that stated and lied and said that, yo, this is his child, she came out there anonymously on video saying that she lied and this is not his child. The courts was like, hey, you still owe us 40K. If you can't do this, guess what? You're going to be serving some time, buddy. You're going to be going to jail for and trying to pay for a child that is not yours. So they got the DNA test, proves it ain't his. They got the fact that the woman who lied on video saying that, yo, it is not his kid. But yet he's still hemmed up in the legal system. I advocate for every single man out here to always get a DNA test. Do not be sitting up here. You got too many trifling women like this that will decide to sit up there and say that we don't need a DNA. Who is we? Who is we? Who is we? Like I said before, like I'm just trying to comprehend who is that we part that she's talking about. And then she was like, oh, well, we don't need no DNA test over here. And if you need a DNA test, then we don't need you here. Man, but who's the father? Nowhere in there was she adamant about this dude being a father. She was just about, oh, we're not getting a DNA test. We don't need a DNA test. What you need a DNA test for? Oh, yo, that you're hiding a lot of stuff. You're hiding a lot of stuff. That is a problem. That is a huge problem. Like I said, if nobody understands what it is that I'm talking about, go look at the amount of men in Jamaica and Nigeria that are raising kids that are not theirs. And we're talking about where you got DNA facilities that are doing the test. And there are high percentiles of men, both in Jamaica and in Nigeria, that are raising kids that are not theirs because women are out here lying and pinning kids directly on guys. Like I said, it's crazy. It is crazy. To any man out there, always get a DNA test. If you are raising sons, always raise them to get DNA tests. For the women out there, if you got sons and you're raising them, always raise them to get DNA tests because women out here be lying. Don't be sitting up there trying to raise your son to be a cleanup guy. Don't do that. If he decided to get into a relationship with a girl who got a child and he wants to be there, so be it. That's his own decision. But I done seen court shows where a dude is sad. The woman has sat up there and lied. And then the women are sitting up there like, well, you still got to be in a child's life. You done been here. You the only person that this child knows. Stop guilt tripping these dudes into sitting up there being there for kids that ain't there. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I done seen too many and watched too many court shows. The dude is heartbroken. He's angry. He's mad. He's frustrated. And then for all the women in the room to tell him like, yo, you still need to be that father though. That baby still needs you. That baby still needs. Well, if the baby needs somebody, go find an actual father. Don't be trying to sit up there and goat or tell a hurt dude who has the right to be hurt that he needs to still be there. No, he don't. He don't got to be there for nothing. Don't no man needs to be there for nothing. If the child is not his, it ain't his. Don't be trying to make men out here to be something that they don't need to be. Like I said, that ship is already sailed. The moment in time that the dude found out that the woman lied, that's it. That's probably also going to hurt the chances of him actually wanting to be a father now. He's going to be like, yo, it's good. I'm good on that. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him. It's crazy. It is 100% crazy. Like, yo, this is it's whatever. Like I said, people figure it out. Like I said, I can only sit up there and speak from, my experience and, what took place and the information that was given to me by way of women. I would undoubtedly say that a lot of women are not out here like that. They're not built like that to actually give the honest truth about women and young girls out here. So again, if women out here raising sons, my condolences. There is no God for them, because if you're not willing to sit up there and give them the 100% truth when it deals with women and the trickery and the slickery that goes on out here, you also help to set them up for failure as well. That's all I'm saying. Let's go to the next one.
I have a literal master's degree and I'm on my way to interview for a serving position, because in this economy as a post-grad Gen Z, I cannot afford to start a career on a first year salary. I've tried so many jobs in my field, and every single one I've had to take money out of my savings to pay my rent. I don't know whose fault it is, but damn, why is that the case? Anyway, my current job, I work at a Fort Lauderdale Beach bar, and it's open till 2 in the morning, and it's killing my quality of life. I'm trying to go work brunch. Do I want to work brunch? No. Any single time I talk about serving on here as well, they're like, oh, if you don't love it, then don't do it. Girl, I tried doing what I love. It doesn't work out for me. Name one person who is a waitress because they love it. I'll wait. I'm sorry if that sounds insulting. If you are in the service industry and it's your passion, I love that for you, babe. That's not the way it is for most of us, okay? And I do want to be a beacon of light or hope for those of y'all who are in college and you want to see how post-grad life is and how good it could get. Right now, it sucks for me.
So yeah. That woman just said that let me go back to that. Did she say 2 masters? Hold on.
I have a literal master's degree and I'm on my way to interview for a serving position.
So she has a master's degree and she's signing up to be a waitress. I would actually like to know, what did she decide to go to school for? Because that's a lot of time. And you got a master's and now you got to apply to be a waitress. How did we get here? Like I said, I need to figure out, what are people actually going to school for? Because people are getting had. That's a lot of debt that she didn't even actually need to have. Like at this moment in time, I'm going to sit up there and be real. With the amount of time and money that she spent, she could have just opened up an OF. I'm just going to be real. There's no other way I could sit up there and put it. That was a waste of time. That is a hell of a downturn. That is, I don't know what that is. Somebody would need to the math ain't mathing. All of that time to get a master's, and now you're just going to be a waitress? Yeah, should have just started up an OF. There's no other way I can put it. there's no other way I can sit up there and put it. It might sound bad, but there's literally no other way that I can try to make it make sense, because that's crazy to me. I'm not sure if it's crazy to somebody else, because I'm pretty sure people would be mad if you went to school for whatever amount of time, spent a tremendous amount of money that you literally don't have, all to end up at a lesser paying job. I could have sworn they sat up there and told us at a point in time that, hey, if you go to school, you're going to be afforded the best jobs, out there in life. Like, things are going to, work out directly for you. It didn't work out for this woman. I need somebody to explain to me. Need somebody to explain to me what is happening in these streets. So for a lot of women out there, like, yo, make sure you're going to school for something that's going to pay off at the end of the road. I guess, going to school for these easy type of gigs or whatnot, what have you, is not specifically paying off. It's not, really paying off. It's not. But I do have a video out here to give a more of a positive light, right? And I want to showcase this, because this is something that a lot of people don't happen to talk about when it deals with black men, right? So this is Khalib. Hopefully I got the brother's name right. Everybody might know his face. It's the brother. Let me just freeze it right there. This is the brother that he just made millions of dollars off of literally not saying nothing. This man was literally miming for years online, pulled in millions of dollars, to the point where even celebrities and other people have, done their rendition of what it is that he does, right? It's been seen everywhere. This dude has even been in commercials and all other types of stuff. This is his wife. That's his wife. Let's just take a second. Beautiful couple. His wife, that young man, that is his wife. So again, I just want to reiterate this, because a lot of people like to say how it is that you got men who are black, whatnot, what have you, that don't like to marry black women. This dude is a multi-millionaire black woman, or at least a melanated woman, because maybe she might be from Africa or something like that. I don't know. But again, I'm just saying. But nobody wants to highlight these things, though. Whenever it is that people want to, talk about, these black men, once they get money, yada yada yada. Nobody wants to highlight the positive. Nobody wants to showcase the young black men, or the black men are in like their 30s and 40s and up, that are married to black women. It's the craziest thing. It's as if people just try to go outside and specifically find that minority that is out there that is either dating or married to somebody else that is not reflective of them, and then they want to fixate specifically on that. but they don't want to do the necessary same digging to find the positive, to find black people with one another. They don't want to do that. Why is that? Like I said, this is a beautiful couple right here. Why is it that a lot of the content that I see take place on, on Twitter and YouTube, how come nobody talks about this couple? If you want to talk about, black people and keeping wealth, amongst black people and whatnot, why not sit up there and highlight this young couple? And they are young; they are in their 20s. From what I can remember, how old the young man is. I'm like, why not highlight that? Why not showcase that? Right. And then I also want to highlight the fact that he is dark complected. She is brown. So it goes into that whole other stereotype where, like, oh, well, even if a black guy does, marry a black woman, she always has to be light. She ain't light. And she ain't nowhere close to anybody else in reflective appearance. She is black, all intents and purposes. Skin complexion, black. I'm just saying. I would love for people to highlight, some positive, type of stuff, directly out there. Like I said, I am happy for the brother. He worked his butt off in order to, to get here and to make something specifically for himself. And he did that. He 100% did that. Like I said, all power to him. All power to him. So now we're going to go to something a little bit different. Right. And I thought I should, just try to do this a little bit differently versus what I normally do. The Reddit files. So I got a couple of stories here that I'm just going to read off directly to you guys. This is something I've done on and off, over the years. So, just want to get people's opinions directly on, certain things. Instead of doing a video format, can just do it while everybody is here. It's only a few of us, so we can just so happen to listen, right? So this one story said 26-year-old male and the girlfriend is a 26-year-old female. She applied to be a bottle girl. He said, "Am I wrong for being uncomfortable?" He said, "We've been together for about a year and a half. Everything has been great. We're very communicative and care for each other a lot. She has a bunch of student debt along with a decent amount of credit card debt, and she acquired when she was 18 years and ignorant how to responsibly use them along with bills. She has a job making about $90K, but still struggles after bills. She told me that she wants to be a bottle girl in the past, and I told her that I would not be a fan, but it's her life and her money, so I don't want to, and quite frankly, can't tell her what to do because she's an adult. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but like I said, I'm not a fan. My ex was a bottle girl, and I had no issues with it, but then she said there's a stigma of a bottle girl. How can I put that? We're just going to say it's a word that has an S to it. And that was the ex's words, right? And it started to bother me because A, I don't like referring to women as that. And B, I began to notice what I guess would say is the nature of the business when the girls wear revealing outfits and are basically hit on by dudes and have to at least act flirty back for money. When current girlfriend told me she applied, I told her that I would rather her not do that, but stated that I would not and cannot stop her from doing that. Although I know it happens anyway, just have a hard time with her getting hit on consistently at work for money. Am I wrong for being uncomfortable with my girlfriend being a bottle girl? Like I said, I would like to know people's opinions directly in the comment section. For me, I wouldn't blame him because I understand how, first of all, women already, if women get looked at in general. And then on top of that, if you are a very beautiful woman, you're going to be all eyes on me, type of deal, right? So now she's in this microcosm dealing with the alcohol bar industry where she's going to be wearing, somewhat skimpy, revealing type of clothing around people. Majority wise is going to be men. And if his girl is attractive, those guys are more than likely going to try to directly hit on her rub up on her, a lot of things like that, right? And again, she's doing this for money. Why does she have to do this for money? Because she did not know how to spend her money or keep track of her finances wisely. She acquired debt from misusing credit cards, right? And then she also has student loan debt. Again, I'm not sure specifically. I may have to do some research myself because I'm just trying to figure out what a lot of women are going to school for, where they just have a crazy amount of debt where they're still trying to, pay that off, and they're not working in that specific industry. But he said that she does make 90K. So obviously I'm guessing she puts her degree or whatever she has to use, but it's still not enough because of the amount of debt that she, like I said, there's a lot of financial issues here. And I really feel like she should go back to school and gain some financial literacy, take some classes somewhere, because she should not even have to do a lot of this stuff if she was, more frugal with her spending and educated herself more. Even if she does have a lot of debt, she really shouldn't have to, in a sense, do this. I'm like, you're making 90K, and then the boyfriend is making whatever he's sitting up there making. Both of y'all together have a nice sized income. So again, I'm trying to figure out, how is she struggling like this, where she's just like not floating, like she's just not making. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Timothy said his ex was a bottle girl too. He definitely has the type. He probably does. he probably does have a type. He can just so happen to pull those, those type of girls that look, a certain type of way. Like I said, it is what it is. He got that experience directly in there. This is why he was like, yeah, I did this once. I'm not trying to do it again. But again, as he stated, he's a guy. They're not married or anything like that. He can't tell her what to do. Most women will sit up there and say that it's my body, my choice. I can do whatever it is that I want to do. It don't matter being in a relationship or whatnot or whatever. I'm still going to do me, right? So this is why he has the relaxed type of attitude, even though inside of him, I'm pretty sure a war is raging, right? Because again, he already went through this. But this could all be fixed if she takes some financial literacy. He's not the one with the debt. He's not the one with the credit card debt and all this other type of stuff. She needs to literally sit down, relax, read a few books, watch some videos, take some classes. Like I said, I don't know. She needs to look at a financial consultant or something, because something is not. She needs to just get on a payment plan that is decent, and where she can pay that off in a certain amount of time, where it'll also allow her to breathe and still have money that she can manage at the the end of the day, after bills and everything are pretty much said and done. It's crazy. It is crazy. Tippy said, what did I miss? I'm late. Nothing much. Nothing much. Timothy said, oh no, just end it. Even if she wasn't a bottle girl, she can't manage her finances. She playing broke just with big numbers. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing that the dude, he does have some type of feeling specifically for her. So that's why he's still in the relationship, but she's a liability. That's the best way to put it. If she cannot manage her own finances, if y'all get married and everything is one, oh yeah, you're going into bankruptcy real quick. She's going to be running up every single credit card like she did before, and she's not going to know how to, keep up with any type of money. So yeah, I agree with Timothy. He needs to find somebody else that is a bit more frugal. Maybe drop that certain type of girl that has that certain type of look, and go for something a little bit different. Somebody that actually knows how to manage money. That like I said, maybe date a woman that's a banker. Date a woman that works in the banking industry. Date a woman that works in the financial sector, because they know how to manage money. I've yet to really hear women who are in the financial sector knowing how to manage money going broke, or having or struggling with money. I've yet to hear of that, right? Because they realize the importance and they understand, how to manage and do certain things and whatnot, right? So the next story that we have here, it is titled, "Would I be wrong to post my cheating boyfriend's OF videos in our joint family?" What is that? Chat? It said like GC, right? Whoo, this is a long one. So this person said, so I, a 24-year-old female, have been with my 25-year-old boyfriend for 6 years. 6 years we have built a life together, grown together, done everything together. He recently had to move away for a job, and I felt uneasy about the move. He also happened to make friends with a girl in her 20s. I guess you could see where this is going. I felt uncomfortable with their relationship from the start. We have argued about her. I've made him unfollow her. I have gone through their messages, and the whole time he has gaslit me, calling me controlling, painted me as insane and insecure to both our families. It has caused great emotional distress to me and strained my relationship with his mother, which was a great relationship. Though through all the gaslighting, I even went to therapy to understand why I felt so awful about him being friends with this girl. Whether it was unresolved issues around the move, the physical distance between us, the fact that she sort of looks like another girl who had caused problems for us, and etc. I don't know. My boyfriend is also very good looking and very much into training, has a very chiseled body, gets a lot of attention, and etc. I also get a lot of attention, but I am a more private person and go out less, so get it nowhere near as much as him, despite us being comparatively equal in the looks department. So after about 2 months of therapy, I get a DM on Instagram. It's a throwaway slash alt account, no followers, and it's a screen recording of this girl's OF. Didn't even know she had an account. It's not under her real name or attached to any of her socials, but I can see her face and know it's her. And she's doing content with my boyfriend. His face isn't in it, but I know his body. I know what he looks like, the noises he makes, the way he does stuff. I've been with him for 6 years. There's a video of her giving him fellatio, a video of her taking back shots, a bunch of lewd and nudes of both of them, a bunch of graphic pictures of um icing on the face. I had to figure out a way to put this. Just so much stuff. All in all, it's like 7 minute long screen recording. No message was sent with it, just the recording. I have no idea who it was or why they sent it. The OF account is only a month old. He moved away to start at the start of January. I don't know how long they've been having relations for, or how they progressed to doing OF together, but it's insane. 6 years thrown away for a girl he's known for a few months. And to do it in such an egregious way, to be blatant enough to film himself and put it on the internet, is disgusting. Painting me out to be insane, making me go through therapy, ruining my reputation within both of our families. The whole time he's been effing lying and filming himself cheating on me. He's been spending more money than usual, going away, traveling, partying, going to restaurants with his new friends, buying designer clothes, and etc. I was under the impression he was working a lot, but nope, probably just got some extra cash doing OF with this girl. I hate him so much. He's a piece of ish. I hate what he did to me and us. I want to just post the screen recordings in our joint family group chat. Let them all know I'm not crazy. He's just a piece of ish. I don't know if this is revenge P. I mean, it's already on the internet, posted willingly. I don't even know if I care. I want him to suffer. I want him to hurt, to feel humiliated. I effing hate him. She also later replied, I'm going to bed, and it's been stated 1,000 times. I'm just going to let you all know I Googled it under law where I live. It isn't under the umbrella of Revenge P, as it was willingly posted to the internet by him himself. It is considered copyright infringement at worst, but a civil matter, not criminal. And even if then I don't actually leak the content, whoever sent it to me did. He might be able to get me on copyright laws, but like I said, that would be a civil matter. The worst I get is a fine, if that. Still, I see how I feel in the morning. Let me see. Did she state anything else? I think there was some other stuff directly in there. Let me see. Update, she said, so I slept on it, woke up 2 hours ago to him posting holiday pictures in the family group chat right now. I had my suspicions, but I got my cousin to follow the girl on IG. She is private, and she just so happens to be in the same country he is in right now. What a coincidence. Yep, they're both in Paris as we speak. How romantic. I did what my Redditor suggested. I used a text template, made one of you. Thank you so much, because if I had tried to send it in a text, it would have came across unhinged. I said, and then she wrote like a message. This is actually quite a long one. I'm not reading the rest of this. So she is dating, well, she was dating a guy that she deemed attractive. He has a certain type of look. He gets attention from women, and they have a somewhat of a long distance type of relationship. And within that, somehow, some way, he found a girl and started doing OF with her. They both started making money, and this dude started getting racks and started taking trips. And within that, the dude basically said, like, yo, you're crazy. Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening. It's just you. It's your imagination wondering. Go seek help. Go get therapy. Ooh, that's where to even go. Where to even go specifically with that. And the most interesting part, I want to know who was the person that sent her the video. Where did they even come from? It was just a random burner account that decided to send her the video. It would be funny if the girl that he's doing OF with actually sent the video directly to the girlfriend. Because I feel like that's realistically the only way that that could have happened. Because I'm not believing that anybody that is subscribed to that woman realized that, oh, this dude has a girlfriend. I know his Facebook and everything like that. Let me make a burner account and send this. I feel like it was the girl. I feel like it's the girl that he's doing OF with that sent the video directly to the girlfriend. I feel like that's what happened. I'm not really certain what should take place, because at the end of the day, he was 1,000% wrong, and she was not imagining things. But I will sit up there and say this: if you as a woman have to go through a dude's phone, his own phone you didn't pay for, nothing like that, and you're like, yo, you have to unfollow, you have to delete, maybe you should just like not be in a relationship like with that person, with that guy. Maybe you should have basically stopped there. Like, realistically, she saw some red flags, but she still kept going. It's like, yes, it is his fault for, the stuff that took place, because he decided to, do whatever it is that he wanted to do, even knowing that he is in a relationship. Again, he is wrong. But again, ma'am, you played yourself just as much as he played you, because you allowed yourself to go past red flags. You knew that there was some stuff up. You told him, yo, you got to unfollow these people. Look at these messages. Look at what you're sitting up there typing and stating to all of these girls. And you should have been left for your own sanity. You should have basically left in the very beginning. You should have did that. You already knew the type of dude that he was. But aesthetically, because there was something there that you were attracted to. And then also because you were already invested 6 years, you was like, yo, we're just going to, work this out. We're going to see, what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to, specifically take place. It's crazy. It's crazy. She could have saved herself a lot of heartache and just, cut the line very much early and got through with that situation. She could have been in a relationship with a whole nother guy that would have actually cared about her, that would have cared about her feelings. That's not specifically out there in all of these things. And I also want to state what I've understood and noticed about a lot of women. A lot of women love the thought of very attractive guys, but they don't really want to deal with the upkeep that they would have to do, nor do they want to deal with the competition that's going to be coming by way of other women. So again, aesthetically, a lot of women want a ultra, like a top 10 attractive guy, but they know in their heart of hearts that they're not going to be able to keep up, because they're going to have to be able to keep up with everything in order to keep that attention of that guy, or to realistically, keep him there. And that's something that in a sense took place here. This dude knew that he looked a certain type of way. He knew that aesthetically he works on his body and that he gets attention from a lot of women. He was like, all right, well, if somebody comes up to me, it is what it is. And that's what he did. Again, yeah, the dude is, a piece of ish for doing whatever it is that he wanted to sit up there and do. You should have just left the relationship. For a lot of guys out there, if you decide to, do stuff like you might as well, in a sense, just leave. The relationship, in that sense. Like you went to it, you went to the extent of trying to really make this girl crazy, make it seem like she's just imagining stuff. That's tough. That is very tough. Hopefully she still got that therapist, and this will be something else that she can work through. Chances are she's not going to be fit for a very long time of going to another relationship, because she's still going to be fixated on this guy. For her to want to go to the extent of like, yo, I'm about to, put whatever this is up here and I'm about to show it directly to your family. Yeah, that's a person that's not going to be right for a relationship for some years. Like, she's going to have to like let this like simmer down, and she's going to have to walk to that tree and bury it before she's actually fine with being in a whole nother relationship. Because if a healthy guy, if a logical, conscious guy comes into her life that treats her like gold, she's not going to know what to do with that. She's going to automatically revert right back to like, oh, you're treating me way too well. I don't know why you're looking, because she only knows, how to get treated in this type of way, which is going to be seen as like, yo, this is love. Like, I'm going to be out here doing OF with these women out here because I love you, because I care. Right. In her mind, that's how she's going to, quantify, all of that stuff. So, it's just, it's tough out here. It's tough out here. Both people played themselves. He played with the wrong one, and she also played with the wrong one as well. And both people are seemingly playing themselves at the end of the day. Because long story short, I promise you that dude is not going to be in a relationship with that OF girl for a long time. That's not going to last. It's going to be there for a little bit of time, and that money is going to start getting low. All of the honeymoon phase that they got is going to be real low, because the moment in time that they actually got to sit down and talk and be with each other, he's going to be like, man, after this clarity wore off, maybe I need to go back and talk to such and such to see how she's doing. Maybe, we can work some things. Like I said, stuff like that always happens. It always happens. So, hopefully, the young woman, she'll go out there and still continue that therapy, because she is going to need it for some years to come in order to get through this whole situation, and to like really just drop it and let it go. And, it's stuff like this that messes it up for everybody else. So there's that. Godspeed to whatever guy is going to date that woman, because it's not going to work out that well. It's not going to work out that well. So this one is a different one, right? It says, it's titled, "My girlfriend wants me to apologize to her husband, and I don't think he deserves one." Let me just hold on. My girlfriend wants me to apologize to her husband, and I don't think he does. Okay, so the person said, fake names because you never know. Last summer, I and a 64-year-old female went on a trip. Boy, how are they typing this? Okay, so they said fake names. I'm just going to read it as is. They said, last summer, I, 64 female, went on a trip with my husband, Dear, 67 male, to visit my girlfriend, Jane Doe, 67-year-old female, and her husband of 15 years, Buck, who is also 67 male. Doe and I have been friends for over 40 years. Doe and Buck recently moved about 800 miles away. Buck has been difficult for Dear, and I do socialize with from the beginning, but I value my friendship with Doe, and so I've tried hard to get along with Buck. But he has a personality qualities that are hard for me to cope with. He talks over anyone and everyone. He's been there and has done only bigger and better. No one else has ever allowed is ever allowed to finish telling a story. All conversations are immediately interrupted by him so he can talk about himself. Also, in his ugliness and arrogance, he publicly belittles and is rude to Doe in front of anyone. For even the slightest reason, he will call her by belittling names. Yet she's one of the sweetest, nicest people I know. It's a struggle to be around that, and I have more than once stood up for her and called him out on his behavior. I knew this about him when we traveled to enjoy 2 weeks with them in their new home. Only the situation was that, or only the situation was that he had become worse, so much worse. The first night we were there, we all sat down to watch TV after dinner. He laughed at us and said that because this was his home, he would decide what we were going to watch. He turned on a movie he had already seen and proceeded to talk commentary throughout the whole movie. Never shut up the whole time. I could have tolerated that trip if this was the worst of it. The worst was how he treated Doe in front of everyone, including Deer and I. His gaslighting, rudeness, name calling, and all around inappropriate ugliness had ramped up 20-fold. Plus, now he was dabbling in conspiracy theory behavior. He's a racist bully. I'm not sure where the racist part came in because I'm not seeing that. But I know my reaction to his behavior during the trip wasn't one of my proudest moments. If he snarled at her, I called him on it. If he gaslit her, I corrected his version of the events. I stood up to all of his ish. I was not a pleasant it was not a pleasant vacation for any of us. Deer and I agreed it wouldn't happen twice. We are done with extended exposure to Buck. I'm sure Doe and Buck now feel the same about me. Doe wants me to apologize to Buck. If I was to have any conversations, I feel like I want to let Doe know she's in an abusive relationship. And if I was going to apologize to Buck, I can't find an angle for an apology that I can accept. I haven't apologized to him yet. It's almost been a year. Well, that was again, I'm trying to figure out where the racist part directly is, because she listed conspiracy and then racist. I'm like, how did we get here? Because out of the whole conversation, I didn't see or hear anything of racist tendencies. But I will say this. The woman, in a sense, her heart is in the right place, but she needs to stay out of people's relationships. Just going to be honest. At the end of the day, the woman who is married to the other guy, she loves him. She is there. They've been there for whatever amount of time that they've been married, and she is completely fine with his narcissism. She's fine with his attitude. She's fine with the belittlement. She's fine with all of that. You as a person cannot fight more in a relationship for another person that is in that relationship. Like, if it was really a problem, then that woman would actually stand up for herself. She doesn't want to stand up for herself. She is fine with being with that guy. You realistically either need to you can still be friends with her, you just mind your business, or number two, you just cut ties with that friend. It's like, hey, you know, you've been friends with her for 40 years. I'm pretty sure you're not going to do that, but you need to mind your business. You got your own relationship. They got their relationship. At the end of the day, no matter what you say, no matter how you stand up for that woman, she goes back home with that man at the end of the day. So now you look like Boo Boo the fool. You're defending a person that is going back home with that same person, that's disrespecting them, that's belittling them, that's over talking them, that is insulting them. You look like a straight fool for defending that person tooth and nail. And then you got your blood pressure up. You're 60-something years old. You don't got that much time left. You might want to just relax. Don't go out here and, like my mom would always tell me, she still tells me to this day, pick and choose your battles. Every battle is not meant to be fought. Every battle is not yours. Again, this could be your friend that you've known for a very long time, right? But this is just not the battle for you. Worry about your relationship and everything else that is specifically going on, and just deal with that. Because there's been too many issues where women who have decided that they want to fight with their friend, and because of the guy that woman is basically with and whatnot, and they end up losing that relationship. They end up losing that friend because they want to try to stand up for something that they feel that they have the right to stand up for something for. It's stupid. It's 1,000% stupid, and it's the wrong way to go about a lot of things. It's just the wrong way to do it. Wrong way to do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Right. And now we got another one. It's a little bit of a long one. A little bit of a long one, right? This one said, am I overreacting? Right. This is the area that I was in. It said, my ex-husband said I was too fat and now suddenly likes bigger women. That's an odd one right there. So she said, so yeah, I'm 5'11" and plus size. When I started dating my ex-husband, he made it clear he likes skinny girls only, like really skinny girls. I still had the weight I gained from then to our 2-year-old son. So over the years, I did everything I could to lose weight. I lost over 100 pounds the first time around, and I wasn't enough. He still made comments about my weight and how he likes skinny girls. Then I had our daughter, gained a lot of weight back, and ended up having weight loss surgery to try and lose as much as possible to be skinny enough for him. Yes, I know, I'm an idiot. But of course, that wasn't enough either. So when we got married and he cheated, that was the last straw, and I left. Fast forward 2 years since our divorce, we actually get along well and better as friends and co-parents, and we share dating stories and things sometimes. Like I was so in love with this man, obviously, but the cheating while married was the last straw. And now I can't even imagine being with him. I have no leftover feelings for him. I've completely moved on. However, the other day we were talking and he mentioned that he's kind of into bigger women now, and it just brought it all back and made me so angry and really hurt my feelings. Am I overreacting? Edit. Did I forget to mention that he was pushing 400 pounds and is 6'5" tall for reference? Still very attractive to me, but yes, he's not in shape himself. Another edit. Wow, that's a lot of comments. I didn't expect this much of a response. Some understanding and some expectedly harsh but valid. I just want to say thank you for the advice. Leaving our discussion topic about the kids alone is what I plan on start doing. One thing though, for those of you who say I'm not over him, I understand why you think that because I let this bother me. But trust me when I say I am over him. I am still healing from the years of emotional abuse from a narcissist who thinks he's God's gift to women. I have done a lot of healing and self reflection. I am not where I want to be as far as my confidence and self worth are concerned. However, I am a lot further than I was when I first met him. I learned a lot of hard lessons, and the thing is, I may be over him, but the fact that I tried so hard to fit into what he thought was the perfect wife, it was never enough. And to now hear him state that suddenly he finds bigger women attractive almost made me sick to my stomach. For this, of you that asked, I was not, and am not an overly huge woman. I'm very tall, and all the time I weigh about 280 and lost over 100 pounds. It doesn't matter though. I should have realized then my worth. However, if I had gone a different way, I wouldn't have had my beautiful daughters, and definitely don't regret her. But I regret putting up with him for 1 minute longer than I should have. Why are you sitting up here making noise? Hold on. Why are you making noise? What are you doing? What are you doing? I just let you in the door. Come on now. Okay. My bad, that was my cat. Said, however, let me see where was I at. It doesn't matter though. I should have realized then my worth. However, if I had gone a different way, I wouldn't have my beautiful daughter, and definitely don't regret her. But I regret putting up with him for 1 minute longer than I should have. Anyways, thank you for all the comments and advice. I appreciate all of you, even the harsh, blunt comments. Sometimes it's what a person needs to hear. I will sit up there and say this as a guy. Big girls are dope. Big girls are pretty awesome. I need a lot of women out there to just find guys who fit the spectrum of guys who would like their body types. For you to decide that you want to change yourself like that for a guy is crazy. That's the best way I can sit up there and put it. Because guys are not out here trying to change their bodies like that for women. You might be able to get some anomalies out here that'll go out there and get some crazy surgeries, But the overall majority of dudes, they're not about to be trying to get plastic surgery. They're not about to do rhinoplasty. They're not going to sit up there and really do the whole lap band, weight loss. And usually if a dude wants to lose weight, he's losing weight because he wants to lose weight, or he's losing weight because it has to do with a medical thing. Guys are not out here taking all of these extra steps to lose weight for women. So women need to be taking note, paying attention, just to be real. Like that's completely crazy. Completely crazy. Like I said, she put herself like directly under the table and doing all this extra type of stuff. Let me see, 5'11", and how much did she say? She was at like 280. 5'11", 280. I can pretty much tell where the weight was distributed because I've seen that before. More than likely things were not looking bad. If I'm thinking like how the weight was distributed, because again, I've seen this before. So I don't know. And then for him to be like, he's 6'4" and like 400 pounds, I'm not even understanding how that's even a problem. That's the crazy part. Like, yo, you 6'4", 400 pounds? Bruh, what's happening? What is really going on where it's like, yo, you're like, and then you're like, yeah, I'm really into bigger girls now. Huh? I can understand like how she would have an issue with that. I can understand because she went through all of these changes. But again, you did these changes because you wanted to try to fit into this type of thing in order to, be that ideal woman. You wanted to do these things because you felt that, okay, well, maybe if I change myself and my body, then, he won't cheat. He'll stay directly, with me. We'll be together and raise our daughter and be happy and move past this. It's like, nah. Whatever he wanted to sit up there and do during that marriage, that's what he wanted to sit up there and do because he wanted to do it. That realistically had nothing to do with you. If somebody says that has something to do with her, that's just an excuse for him to go out there and cheat. That's a him problem. That's him. The her problem is her going out here losing the weight, not for her. Her doing, all of these hoops and loops, doing all of this extra type of stuff for a person that realistically, wasn't attracted to her at that point, or at least just maybe not just, attracted to her. Like I said, I need some people to make sure they just work on themselves. Like I said, a lot of women, they need to just, sit back, relax, and they need to really work on themselves and they need to figure, a lot of things out. Because stuff like that is like I said, it's crazy. You got too many women out here that can potentially just lose their lives just being under Mickey. Come on now. Lose their lives just, going under the knife. And again, that's a very dangerous game. And I've sat up there and told people before, if at any moment in time that, women decide to do that, make sure you're doing it for you. Don't be doing it trying to get the attraction or the attention from guys, because that's only going to that's not going to last a long time. It's only going to last as long as those guys are actually interested. So then when those dudes are interested, now what you're going to do? You're going to go back under the knife again and retransform to gain the attention of more guys. Like, it's going to be a never ending story. It's going to be a vicious cycle that is going to be, forever repeating. Like, it's crazy. So like I said, and I've advocated for this before, I need a lot of women out there to really go seek therapy so that they got that reassurance, so that they got that type of respect and value and love and energy for themselves, right? Like I said before, at any moment in time that somebody comes into a relationship with you, and this is just in general, any emotions and stuff that they give to you, that's just extra. You should already have a foundation established that gives you that nurturing, that love, that positive energy, that reinforcement. You should be your own battery in your own back. It shouldn't be somebody else coming along and basically souping you up and giving you superpowers. Because if that person leaves, no matter how they go, they can die today. They can just leave the relationship. Now all of that energy, all of that battery is gone. So now you're back at zero. And now you got to try to figure out how to get yourself back up to a place where somebody else built you up to. Right. So, again, people just gotta, figure some stuff out. The other thing that I also want to list as well, and this is coming from a previous video that I did. I just want to highlight this comment from a person. that we can all clearly see. Let me see. I might have to zoom this up myself just so I can see it. So this is from the Reddit video that I did. This was episode 8. This person said, I just watched a video about black women twerking because of a fantastic and spot on quote in the thumbnail. I was thinking while watching it that you guys always have criticism for your women, but hardly ever turn the mirror on yourselves and see that black men cause way more trouble and are much more of a problem than black women. Like you're only 6% of the population and commit, laughing my butt off, more than 6% of all of the grapes directly out here. You guys seem to have a blind spot, I'm guessing, without watching this video. Yet, this has some BS about women lying, trying to bring down a black man instead of black men doing what black men do. I want to just reiterate to people that whenever I read these Reddit stories, race is never a part of the story. These are anonymous threads that people just so happen to make in order to get the opinions of other people or to get other people's insight to try to help them out, right? Or to try to figure out things for themselves. It had nothing to do with race. It had nothing to do with black men or black women. I'm just trying to figure out how me having a video talking about a man in college that has to deal with essay allegations that he is stating is false, how that has anything to do with black men, how this has anything to do with black women. Like I said before, I wish that people could actually just stay on topic. I for the life of me, I just really wish that whenever I happen to start talking about some stuff, that people could actually just stay on topic about what the topic is actually about. That would be so awesome. That would be great. And I'm pretty sure, better conversations would actually come specifically from that. But obviously, people are too fixated on one thing that they can't actually do that. And again, this goes back to what I state to people before. If you happen to listen to any of the Reddit videos that I've done, sometimes you got people that just want to hear stuff, when those things aren't even being listed. Again, I wasn't talking about black men or women. I just brought this up. I just brought up this Reddit story. Again, Reddit story had nothing to do with black men, black women. But here we are with the classic comments. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy. But let me just go directly through real quick and give a quick shout out. Shout out to Hack Ty, Gail, Timothy, Andy, SSJ Rose, C. Marie B. Shout out to Blue Rider. Shout out to who else we got up in here? I think Mo in the building. I think I did say Mo earlier. Who else we got? Tippy. And I think that's it. So yeah, shout out, much love, respect, and appreciation. And shout out to those of you out here who decided to take out the time and spend an hour here on this Sunday. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided that you wanted to be here and watch the video and whatnot. Like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation. One of the other things I also wanted to note before I leave, the episode 8 that I did, the analytics on that is actually pretty funny because it states that I have 0 comments directly on that. Matter of fact, let me see if I could show that real quick. See if I can go back to it. Right. So let me take a snapshot. Let me show you the performance on that video. Because like I told y'all before, it's very interesting when you put videos directly up here and oddly enough, you try to figure out why, it is that, things are taking place. Like I told y'all before, I do videos. It's just the fact that the videos might not get a lot of notice. So this is the very same video that I was just talking about. And that comment, came from up under that video. Matter of fact, let me just go back to the comment section just to make sure, because I think I Yeah, and the comment is still up there, and I got it posted. So I have a grand total of, basically including my own comment, I got 4 comments up there. But when you look at this fresh picture that I literally just took while I'm doing this live stream, it's telling you that I have 0 comments. And the comment section has been on. So somebody has to explain to me on the side of YouTube, why is it that they would decide to state that this video has no comments, even though we have comments? This is the exact same thing that I told y'all before, where I've showcased the analytics or the numbers to y'all, where I would do a video, and on my end, it might say we got like 300 or something people that like looked at the video. But on you guys' end, when you're looking at it from, a subscriber, it's saying like 78 or maybe like 130 people watched it. But yet on my end, it's telling me 300 or something. So again, I'm just, reiterating, these are the things that content creators have to, look at, and especially when you're trying to, bring forth certain stories, to have conversations, about certain things, it seems, quite different. And again, I thought that that was a serious topic, something that should be touched on, because you do have women out here who will decide to, lie about certain things. They'll decide to inflate certain stories, in order to be the victim and the hero at the same time. So, like I said, I just wanted to, reiterate and let y'all know that, again, if sometimes y'all don't see me realistically responding to comments or whatnot, YouTube is telling me, hey, you got 0 comments. So, it is what it is. Oh yeah. Mo had to shout that out. Yeah, that was a nice typo. Actually, I'm not sure if people have noticed that, and quite frequently I've had typos in quite a bit of my thumbnails. It happens. It does happen. Other times it's more deliberate, than it just being a mistake in certain instances as well, because in previous videos that would actually bring a lot of people to just talk about the typo and not focus on the video. And Mo has been there for some of those. Mo has been there for some of those comment sections. Those comment sections were hilarious when they were up. They were up there. Wait, you said you thought you were talking about an art student? See, this is why typos are actually pretty fun, because you can have other conversations, dealing with the story. Oh, yo. Oh man, like I said, this is why I love you guys. Like I said, able to just sit up there and laugh and just talk about these things. Like I said, and again, for anybody that wants to be a content creator, it will get to a point, you got to have, like a thick skin. Things will happen. You just might have a typo, but you'll have those people out there that love and care about you enough where it's like, we about to get on you. We about to start we about to start making fun of you. So, hey, that's how it works. Maybe that might explain the low views on that video. People be like, collages, essays, like that doesn't even make sense, But we'll see what happens, in the future. Hack said, "What is your Reddit name?" That Reddit name is actually secret. At this moment in time, I keep that directly, under wraps. What is my Reddit name? As a matter of fact, when I'm sitting up here talking, I think I actually, for this one, I think I made a new one, because yeah, this one is just like the Seiji Zone, like that. That's the one that's used at this moment. So that's the Reddit. If you just so happen to see that or whatnot. But yeah, I got one karma at this moment in time. My other Reddit account looks way better when it comes to karma, because I use that mostly for, in general, stuff. So you got like a lot of video game associated stuff directly up there. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, again, much love and respect to everybody that has been. Oh, I skipped over somebody's name. Shout out to Electric Switch as well. I'm not sure how I actually missed your name. My apologies. Because I actually had just like saw it up there as soon as I scrolled back up. But again, shout out to all 28 people here. Thank y'all every single day for just watching and and listening and taking part maybe in some type of way. Before y'all leave, it would be if you would be so kind to hit that like button on the video, on the live stream. That'll also be great as well. I will, for a lot of the clips that I showed y'all, I will have solo videos that will be loaded up during the week. So you can, just so happen to come back and see those in a solo format. And I will, happen to give more of an opinion versus, maybe spending about like 5 or, whatever less minutes, directly on said video. So again, let me know if y'all happen to like the content that I'm doing. This is a little bit different. I fused it in with the Reddit file videos versus just having like strictly videos and us just going, over those videos. So I technically did like a half and half, type of deal. So again, let me know if y'all like this type of content and whatnot by hitting up those likes or maybe even leaving some comments or whatnot or whatever. Oh, what is up, Dr. Sharon? I think I might have actually missed you as well. Shout out to Dr. Sharon as well. You said, I'm still laughing at I'm still laughing at what you said, how the stairs could have caught her forehead and bruised it. Oh yeah, because she was straight lying. Like she got quite a forehead directly on her. That's the forehead of a liar. That's usually how that works. So, like I said, I was expecting some type of bruising. If people don't know what I'm talking about or referring to, it was this video where you had this woman who decided that she wanted to state that a security guard in Chicago at a hotel really roughed her up and was dragging her through the hotel caveman style in order to get her out. And then while dragging her, he stood her back up, in a standing position and then forcefully pushed her down the stairs. And we don't see any bruises. Like you see the forehead, it's right there, shining bright like a diamond. And again, even looking at the video, the lies that she told, look at that. She's saying that she was grabbed. How, ma'am? Where, Sway? Where were you grabbed at? Where did that big black man grab you? Where did he really hem you up in those dark, dimly lit hallways? Like where, what was happening? It was just an 18-wheeler of just black security dudes just waiting for you, just trying to hem you up in a dimly lit hallway where you just had to scramble and, really grab your purse and clutch your pearls. Like I said, it's crazy. Shout out to Chicago though. Shout out to everybody out there in Chicago. Y'all got some Karens out there. Y'all need to see about those situations. Y'all need to start taking some people to court because stuff like this is very damaging to a person's livelihood and their business. It is very damaging. But like I said, she got the forehead of a liar. There's no other way I could put it. The forehead of a liar. I might actually title. Matter of fact, the moment I get off this live stream, that's going to be the first video I'm going to sit up there and record. That's going to be the first video. It's going to be titled "The Forehead of a Liar." I'm going to put that directly in red in parentheses directly on her forehead for the caption of the video. That's what I'm going to do. Shout out to Dr. Sharon. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this up. Thank you for being a friend. Shout out to Golden Girls. But that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Let me see. How far am I in the video? Because we're going to make sure to use. That's 1 minute and 47 into that clip. I got her. I'm going to set her up real nice. I'm going to set her up real nice. It's crazy. Dr. Sharon said, please do repost that video. That story needs to be made loud. Oh yeah. I got you. Like I said, and I'm going to just reiterate this again to any women that are listening. It's women like her that mess it up for other women out here that are actually going through horrible, traumatic things. She's trying to basically state that a man accosted her and the security guard never touched her in any of the footage that was shown at all. He never touched her. The light of his flashlight pretty much didn't even touch her. Like she was just escorted from the upstairs of the building through the front door. That was it. But she's up here crying tears without even crying. So, yeah. yeah, this is going to be the very first video that I actually. What time is it? I'm gonna try to have that video up there before 10 o'clock. I'm going to fix that up. I'm going to fix it real quick. I got this. We're gonna be having to make some edits to this. We're gonna have to do some edits to this. But again, much love, respect, and appreciation to everybody that's been again a part of the live stream. If you'll be kind enough before leaving, hit the like button. If you feel like it, if your thumbs ain't too broken, hit the like button. Or leave a comment if you just so happen to like the live stream in a way that these are set up. And again, when I happen to do live streams, I do my best to interact with those in the comment section by trying to respond or talk back directly to you guys. And it'll come up a point in time where I might happen to roll some of you guys up here so you can give live commentary on how it is that you feel about these videos. Like I said, things are going to happen, guys. So again, if you like this type of content, let me know. And you would like to see future content like this and an evolution of this content, leave a comment, hit the like button. But again, much love. Love you guys a lot. Respect you guys a lot. Have a very great Sunday. Go out there and order some food. Go watch the game. Catch up on some anime, some manga, some music. Spend time with your family, your friends, yourself. Get your feng shui in order. And stay positive. And I will see you guys in the next live stream. Peace out.